In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to make beats that sound like this. For artists that look like this. Camera's always a bit messed up. What's up, guys? It's been a while since I made a video. It's been like a week and a half because I'm a fool and I've been working on some other stuff, but it's really cool stuff. And if you like my sample packs, then that's the hint I'll give you. But yeah, we got the SlowCore tutorial today. It's gonna be pretty cool. Obviously, it's inspired by Duster, but the general consensus is we're just making, I guess, like bedroom produced, sad, depressing music. You know, that's really what we're going for. Look at this thing. My girlfriend bought it on Amazon and you just squeeze it. It's cool. I like it. I'm just kind of saying nonsense for this intro. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna hop right into FL Studio. Not gonna lie, I've been kind of thinking about trying out Ableton ever since I got into recording live instruments. I can't lie, I've been really wanting to join the dark side. So let me know what you guys think I should do. All right, so we're gonna start this beat off by sound selecting our drums. So these are the drum samples that we are using for this beat. And this is the drum pattern that we ended up creating for this beat. The beat is actually so simple that I did not even split the mixer tracks when recording. But to kind of break it up, this is the snare pattern. This is the kick pattern. So it is almost painfully simple. Like, it is not very easy for me to even break this down because it's just painfully simple. It is literally just... It really does boil down to the samples that you use. I believe that is the most important part for a Duster type beat. The sampling and the processing, which I'm going to go over the processing in just a little bit. We're just going to finish off this pattern with a ride. The ride obviously is very simple as well, and we are doing that little thing that people do with their rides, their hats, their cymbals, whatever, where, you know, you alternate the playing, you try to, you know, simulate a real person playing the instrument, and it's going to sound like this. If I'm going to be completely honest, you do not have to add anything else to the pattern, but I did add one more thing, which is this kind of like open hat cymbal type of thing. But yeah, the finished pattern, we just add this like very basic open hat, and the finished drum pattern is going to sound like this. So let's go ahead and go over the processing, because to be completely honest, I do feel like that is almost more important than the drum pattern itself, because the drum pattern is going to be super bare bones no matter what you do. We are going to use a fruity, nope, that's not. We're going to be using an RC20, which is my go-to sort of tape distortion plugin. You don't have to use RC20. There are a million free ones. Izotope vinyl is probably the go-to for this kind of stuff, but I'm using RC20 with the vinyl 1 preset, and I'm just turning the magnitude down to 82%. I also turned the wobble pretty far down because you don't really want the master of the track to be wobbling super hard. Then we have a fruity compressor, which is kind of just my default compressor that I use on like most alternative rock tracks. Okay, so now we're gonna go over the individual mixing for the drums. I want you guys to keep one thing in mind here. You don't want to overmix. I'm always gonna be the person who's gonna tell you don't overmix, don't do all these like sort of extra things. I'm taking these super high quality, clean, crisp drum samples and kind of purposefully tape saturating them or stuff like that, because the sample did not come out sounding like that. But if you have an amazing like kind of slowcore inspired drum kit, you have these drum samples that sound super vintage, super like, you know, tapey and stuff like that, you don't have to do all this sort of over mixing. So to start, we have the snare, which I EQ'd like this. I took a lot of the high end out and I made it stereo. For the kick, I did the exact same thing. I actually lowered the low end just the tiniest bit. Like, you probably wouldn't wouldn't even notice. Took a lot of high end out, very, very slightly panned the ride 10% to the left. The crash, once again, we are taking out all the high ends. That's an exaggeration. I don't know why I said that. We're taking out this much high end. And then we're going to take all the drums and we are going to run it to a drum bus. And on this drum bus, we have another RC20 with another Vinyl 1 preset with the noise slightly boosted. Basically, if you have a tape emulator plugin, tape saturator plugin, RC20, Izotope vinyl, Kramer tape, any of those things, you'll be good. Just don't go overboard with it. Now, just for reference, if I took all the EQs off and I took all the RC20s off, this is what the drum pattern would sound like. And this is what it sounds like with all of my tape emulation, EQs, stuff like that. Honestly, I've never even listened to the before and after. I kind of just mixed these in while I was making the beat. Yeah, that's a huge difference. Very, very important. You know, it sounds way more warm. It sounds way more saturated. I guess I've said it a million times, but just tape emulation plugins. That is the secret. And also maybe cutting a little bit of high end out. So yeah, that's the drums. Let me know how you guys feel about me covering the drums at the beginning of the video. Let me know if it's like a make or break for you guys, because I know a lot of people prefer when you start with the melody. However, I don't. I personally prefer to start with the drums because for me, that's usually what my brain goes to first. But not only that, I have a way easier time recording guitar, bass, or any live instruments when I click the drums in. I do not like recording guitar to like a click track. But if you guys would prefer me to go over the melodies first, let me know. I do want to hear your guys' opinions on that. With that being said though, let's go ahead and go over the melodic aspects of this beat. Yo, what's up guys? Really quickly before we continue with this video, I just want to say if you are enjoying the video, leave a like. It would be greatly appreciated. I just recently released my Sanguine alternative rock multi-kit. It is 100% free. It has guitar samples, drum loops, drum one-shots, accents, phrases, a whole bunch of other stuff. It's 100% free. And if you want to download it, you can go ahead and join my VIP club, which will also give you instant access to my legacy vault of all of my free sample packs. And it will also sign you up for my Free Loop Friday series, where every single Friday I will send you 2 to 4 alternative rock loops straight to your inbox. It's a super cool community. I would love you to be a part of it. And I'm going to stop yapping now. Let's get right back to the video. All right, so we have the guitar up next, which is going to be interesting because I forgot how to play it because I made this beat like 2 months ago and I just wanted to make a video, so I got lazy. Yeah, you need a guitar, obviously. Let's see if I could remember how to play this. All right, so I got it. It was not as hard as I thought it was. All right, let's see if I could zoom in properly. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I think this is kind of working. So this is kind of like the chord shape that I use for most of my Duster tracks or just anything SlowCore inspired. Yeah, that actually worked a lot better than I thought it would. This is the chord shape. Zoom out. I don't know what that chord shape is. You guys can feel free to let me know what the musical term is for that, but that's just what I like to use for these kind of tracks. This is the first time I've actually like kind of talked through it without just playing it and showing the tabs, but I'll do that too. Let me know if this helps you. Kind of just want to like strum it, and basically what I do on the very last note is I take the highest string note and I kind of bend it. I definitely have to get a better setup for this because this is kind of awkward. We just take the same chord shape on the same frets and we just move down one string. And then for this second part, I just kind of strum it the same way. For the highest note string right here where we're playing the 4th fret, on the last couple strums, I bring my pinky in and I go from the 4th fret to the 5th fret. So this is the guitar. Yep, so that's gonna be super sloppy for the video, but that's cool, that's fine. Not much to say about the lead because it's really just like single notes and stuff like that. So I'll put the tabs, I'll play it pretty sloppily for you guys, and then we're gonna move on to the bass, and then it's done. Simple stuff, you know? Okay, that only took like 10 takes to get right. Yeah, let's get a bed check real quick for the video. Pretty clean. Not gonna lie, the bed is pretty clean today. That is a theme of the channel that is usually not. I'm a grown man now. Okay, so yeah, for that guitar, I'm not really doing anything special. Like I said, it's more about the processing. I just realized I forgot to go over the processing for the main guitar, so I just messed that up. Let's fix that. But anyways, what I was trying to say for the lead, there's like some points where I like very, very slightly bend the string, just kind of adding some detune to the track, because the whole point of these tracks is to not be perfect. If some stuff is played slightly off beat, if there's some crackling, some background music, any of that stuff, perfect. Throw it in there. Human imperfections are what makes music real and good and enjoyable. Embrace it. Very first thing, the basis for this guitar and the guitar tone is Guitar Rig 7. The preset is called So Near, So Far, and it sounds good. I'm actually going to save this preset because I really like it. Warm Yellow. There you go. Those are my SlowCore guitar tones. If you guys don't know, I am just a huge fan of Guitar Rig and everything that they make because they have amazing amp simulators. I mean, it has like 1,500 presets, and the free demo has like hundreds of presets, so I don't see why you wouldn't get it. There's literally a free demo. But really, you just want like any amp simulator that's going to simulate something tubey and you know, distorted, but mostly just that amp simulator sound. Then we're going to EQ 1, where we take quite a bit of the low end out and we're just cutting it completely. And then we have this kind of funky looking EQ where we do more of the low end, but it's like more of like a curve. We boost a bit of like the low mids to mids. We boost some of the high ends. It's a very weird shape, and I kind of just did it on the fly, but it ended up creating a pretty cool and warm guitar tone. And then we have the lead, which is very slightly panned to the right. It's panned 27% to the right, but then the overall track is fully stereo, 100%. So if you guys don't know, Duster, I'm pretty sure they only recorded on like 4-track recordings, so a lot of the times they would utilize panning to make their instrumentation sound more spacious. They couldn't really do like, you know, 2 or 4 guitar tracks panned to the left and the right, then 2 or 4 more lead tracks, and then a DI bass, and then an acoustic bass layered on top of each other, like, and then drums all over the place. Like, they all did these things on 4 tracks. So it wasn't uncommon to hear like all the guitar pans to the left, all the bass pan to the right, you know, drums somewhere in the middle. You can really experiment with that however you like, but I wanted the lead to be panned a little bit to the right. And then the tone for this guitar lead, which again is also very warm and ambient, we are using the chilled Guitar Rig 7 preset. We're using a fruity reverb. I believe this is the drum room or the large hall preset, but you can just copy these settings. I basically turned the size to max and I upped the decay a lot. Usually it's not this high. I added a fruity delay with the ping pong preset and I turned that down to 45%. Then we have this super intense sort of like telephone EQ where we basically just super harshly cut out most of the low end and most of the high end. We're basically only leaving the mids and the low mids because again, we want that warm, you know, sort of EQ'd tone, whatever I'm trying to say. And that is what makes the lead tone. My apologies for not going over that sooner. And now we're gonna go over the bass and then we're done. Jeez, bro, how long? 32-minute long video, bro. I gotta wrap this up. So for the bass, you're gonna need a bass. I know, kind of a controversial thing to say. I'm up here, but just a couple notes for the bass. Usually I use strings. What? Stringless bass. Usually I use picks for my bass, but this time I just used my fingers because I wanted the bass to be super, super mild and soft. So that's really all that you have to note about the playing style. I will be working on a structuring video very soon, but for right now, I gotta make a TikTok short form video of this beat, so it's just gonna stay how it is. You guys can blame social media for that. But yeah, let's go over this bass tone. It's very simple, so I made the bass mono. I like to make my basses mono in most of my tracks, completely up to you. And then we have this bass preset called Rage Breakup, and then we have an EQ. As you can see, it's kind of a funny looking EQ, where I kind of boost the like higher-ish mids and I kind of boost the low mids a bit. You want a very warm tone, so, you know, mids, treble, stuff like that. Yeah, I guess that's it. I do believe I turned the tone knob down on my bass a bit. I think if the tone knob was maxed out, you'd just be screwed. That's gonna do it for today's video, guys. I got my weird ball square. I think I might give this FLP away for free for you guys to like mess around with it. I think I kind of want to do that for all my videos. If you guys made it to the end of the video and you like that idea, you think I should give away the FLPs to all my beats for free, let me know if that let me know if that would help you out with your production. This video was really fun. I'm not gonna lie, this was probably my favorite video that I've made. Felt very casual, fun, hopefully educational. If you guys like this video, leave a like. If you didn't, don't. Remember to hit the subscribe button for more alternative rock production tutorials. Peace.